we're going to move on to the wild card conversation as well, because this Eastern Conference, folks, it's almost like nobody wants it. Come on. We've got so many teams who had a chance to really make some separation on Saturday, and they all lost. Talking about the Capitals, the Red Wings, the Flyers. By the way, the Caps did get 1 point, and that pulls them even in points with the Flyers. But because they have a game in hand, 2 games in hand, I should say, the Flyers are out of the top 3 for the first time since January 11th. And I hate to say that some of us called this, but it was almost like this sense of foreboding, right? Where it was like, uh-oh, Philly better look out. He might fall out of the playoff picture entirely. And here we are, a Red Wings win and a Flyers regulation loss away from that happening.
The rock bottom Eastern Conference playoff race right now. It's who wants it the least.
Yeah.
More who's going to get it. It seems like you just. I mean, we have
notes again.
Let's check the notes.
You keep talking. I want to take a look here.
It's not pretty, but somebody has to take the bull by the horns. But if I'm like looking at this board, if we can see the standings board again. Oh, this is good. The remaining strength. Let's keep this. This is the remaining strength of schedule for the teams that are outside of the playoffs or Capitals and Flyers who are just in. This is what we're looking at. Is so for people at home, Penguins 6th means they have the hardest out of the group.
Yeah, so it's hardest to easiest.
So if you look at the Islanders right now, these poor, lowly Islanders have a chance to make it in. They have an easy schedule. Right now, the Islanders, their next 3 games, Philly, huge game tonight.
Yeah.
And then they go Chicago, Columbus.
Got to have 6 out of there.
Yeah. You have Detroit plays Washington only once, but they play like the Canadians twice. Philly plays Islanders, Buffalo, Columbus, Montreal. So it's like there's a chance for Philly to make it in. There's a chance for the Islanders. I don't know about Pitt. But whoever I feel like if you play 500 hockey at this time of the year and you're out of the playoffs, typically you're not in.
Oh, yeah.
Here it's like if you play 500, you're probably going to make it.
Yeah.
So it's like
it's
do something.
Yeah, I think it shows, like in the West, we're trying to figure out who's the best. Like there's so many good teams out West. It's like it's going to be a rock fight in the first round, and some really good teams are going to go home. When you look at the East, the elite teams are really good.
Really good.
Florida's, the Bostons, the New Yorks, the Carolinas. But after that, Toronto's in that mix. Tampa's coming on, obviously. But after that, I think all these teams have some sort of fatal flaw. They are all pretty flawed teams. And you're seeing those flaws come out on a nightly basis. Some nights it's one team, some nights it's the other. So, like you said, I think whichever team can get its act together and just make a charge here. This is the time of year we're supposed to play playoff hockey. You should be playing playoff hockey right now to get into the playoffs. And some of these teams no-show. Philly got beat 5-1 by Chicago the other night. And
bad loss.
That was so bad.
Yeah, and I think we all loved the Philly story and Tortson, but they were soft sellers at the deadline. I think we sort of felt like they might fall back eventually. To me, like I said, I think Washington's a surprise team in all this. They have no Backstrom. Lost Kuznetsov, didn't get much from him this year. Ovi's not even at 30 goals. So if you put all that together, would you have thought the Capitals would have made the playoffs?
Never.
No, but Charlie Lindgren's been great. They've had Carlson's had another strong year. They've had some good contributions from everybody. But when you looked at them, you're like, I don't see a path here. But here they are. And I think part of that is them. You give them credit. But part of that is the ineptitude of the other teams around them.
If you're the Islanders and the Devils, you're pounding your head again. You're like, why have we not been able to put this together and be where the Capitals are?
Exactly.
And their negative goal differential, too. It's like,
that's mind-blowing.
But again, to your point, for me, Washington, it's all Charlie Lindgren.
Yeah. He's been really good.
And that I'd even give it to that coaching staff, but to get the most out of those players. But I don't give much more credit to anybody else but that coaching staff and Charlie Lindgren, who's been absolutely incredible and kept them in this. And I think they will make it, Washington. We were all saying, nope, there's no way, there's no way.
I was saying that too.
There's no way. And now I'm like, wow.
There's a way.
Geez.
Running out of time here.
There's a way.
Like, okay, looks like they're going to make it.
And it starts tomorrow night at Buffalo. So we'll see. These final 10 games are going to be must-see TV.